Wentworth Woodhouse is without doubt one of the finest and grandest Georgian houses in England, and at 606 feet is famously considered to have the longest facade. Wentworth was built principally for Thomas Wentworth, later Marquis of Rockingham, and comprises the unusual combination of two back-to-back houses which began with the west front from 1724 to 28, followed by the east front from 1731 to 1750. Its list of architects include Ralph Tunnicliffe, Henry Flintcroft and John Carr. The west front is built of brick in the English Baroque style, while the east is in sandstone and is classic Palladian masterpiece. The Rockinghams were one of the greatest Whig dynasties in the 18th century, and Wentworth Woodhouse was a centre of great political influence. Charles II Marquis was Prime Minister in 1765 to 66 and again in 1782. On his death, the estate passed to the Earls Fitzwilliam, who remained in ownership until the late 20th century. Following the death of the 8th Earl Fitzwilliam in a flying accident in 1948, a greater part of the house was vacated, and in 1950 it was let to the West Riding County Council, who made use of it until 1986, first as a teachers' training college and then as part of Sheffield City Polytechnic. The house and its 87 acres of ground was sold to a private purchaser in 1988 and again in 1999 to the Newbold family, and then in April 2017 to the Wentworth Woodhouse Preservation Trust. Hello, how are you? Oh, aren't you just beautiful? Aren't you just beautiful? Yeah. Oh, look at you. Although they have over 300 rooms, only the staterooms are available to explore, as much of the house is still unsafe for visitors. They also don't have a collection and have chosen to let the beauty of the rooms speak for themselves rather than fill in the spaces with unoriginal items. It's a beautiful ceiling. You may notice that some of the staterooms appear quite dark as their shutters are closed. This is because UV rays from sunlight are one of the main causes of damage. So they have taken the decision to close some of the shutters in order to best conserve the rooms.
That's elaborate, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, it really is. Just by asking sometimes, so what's in there? Oh, come on, I'll show you. How long you got? 10 minutes probably. I'll show you. 20 minutes. Don't go in there because the Queen's in there. No.
The house would once have sat within a vast pleasure gardens, much of which has unfortunately long disappeared. Areas that were previously destroyed by surface mining in the middle of the 20th century are now in the process of being redefined and planted. So even on that plain house, it looks like a plain facade really compared to the other one. You've still got all the ornate features.
Yeah, coats of arms.
And all the stonework around the brickwork.
Oh yeah, it's all fancy. This was typical of an era, this kind of fence here. I don't know whether it's pre-war, but it's certainly in a long time.
It's amazing, look at that.
You wouldn't have got in here in the wartime,
You can see that tower now.
Oh, good.
Those cows, they've gone somewhere else now. I can hear the cows, they've gone somewhere else. So we've had a walk around the house and we're now making our way into the gardens just to see what we can find. I tell you what, the noise of the birds in here is absolutely phenomenal. And I think we're going to come across to a sculpture, or is it a garden ornament? But it's quite big and it's quite impressive. And I think it's actually called this punch bowl. Yeah. Monuments remaining within the grounds include the punch bowl, a 15-foot high decorative urn from 1837, an 18th century Ionic temple, and the magnificent Camellia House, which is at present being restored at a cost of over £4 million. Also of particular note is the massive South Terrace with a 1,500 foot long retaining wall, built for the first Marquess of Rockingham. In the wider parkland and visible from the house are further important 18th century and 19th century monuments, including the Rockingham Monument, Huber Stand, Keppel's Column and Needle's Eye. Oh, and we've got a musician in the making.
No, this is how you play when I'm a musician.
Oh, we need the stick for the
There
rest.
you go.
Triangle.
Is to work out how to
triangle,
make one of those
yeah.
myself.
Oh, a bit better than that. That's how you play them. Nobody people know that.
We got to be this age and we didn't.
Yeah. It's obviously been round on.
So what about a tambourine then?
Tambourine's got the metal thing around it.
So that's like
That's
one
it,
of those,
that's it.
and that's the shaking thing.
This,
Right,
this is
okay.
fun. A lot of people think you do that. Well,
That's what I
No,
would
no,
do.
because you don't
do that
get,
with your backside, yeah.
yeah, you don't really get a nice sound, but you get a nice sound when you put your finger
Yeah,
on
if you've
it.
got those things on as well and that,
Yeah.
you can make a really, really nice sound. But they have, in an orchestra, they have a big one like that.
Yes.
Keep going.
Right. Yeah.
Is this another quiet space, or this could even be a little food outlet ahead of us? But no, it would make sense to have one out here, wouldn't it? It's a bit rustic. That's what schools have those, don't they, for the kids to play in?
Mud kitchen.
Yeah,
Kids love it.
they do, don't they? Oh yeah, it's the Ionic Temple. It's quite a big structure, isn't it? Folly. Is it a folly? Is that what you'd call that? The temple. Would you call that a folly?
Yeah, really.
Just in front of you.
Oh yeah.
Big enough. Well, this is called the Ionic Temple, and it's another one of the Follies monuments in the grounds of Wentworth Woodhouse. Do you know what? I've been up in Yorkshire 6 years and I've driven past this on numerous occasions, and this is the closest I've managed to get to it, and it doesn't disappoint. See what they've on a walls, can't you?
Yeah, it's probably this bit of the wall.
Yeah.
It's the old Victorian plant.
Look how pretty. Absolutely gorgeous. How gorgeous they are.
So it's actually pretty, isn't it?
These are all Victorian plants, aren't they?
I'm not sure.
It just makes it up. It really is a glorious day here at Wentworth Woodhouse, and the gardens certainly haven't disappointed. Look at those poppies, aren't they just amazing? The colour and the size of them. They're just brilliant. We really are having a lovely time at Wentworth today. We only live about, well, a stone's throw really. And we were saying to one of the room guides, it's amazing when you live so close to somewhere, you very rarely visit. You travel miles to visit properties and you've got this fantastic one on your doorstep. Well, we've made an effort and we've come today and we've had a great time. Bob's not saying anything, he's been pretty quiet, but you've had a great time, haven't we?
Lovely time.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And these flowers are...
I'm home from home here because I was born not far from here. We used to come here every Sunday. Never really saw the benefit of it when I was a little boy, but it's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I'll definitely be back again. The rhododendron's in bloom, but it looks like they're at the end of it. So if we'd have been here a fortnight ago, we'd have had it at its most prettiest. So if we walk down that way, I'm sure we're going to head towards the stables. I just like the noise of when you get over what they're working, it's the noise of the birds that they talk to each other. I find that quite endearing. But it's nice to actually come into the garden and actually have a look, isn't it? And it's very hot as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're up to all that. We'll have a week that we're singing the woods for. Just meeting. Yeah, tell us something.
Just go up here and see what's through the little gap. Might be a nice surprise. So many nooks and crannies in this place. And I'm not too sure what that would have been. Oh yeah, it most definitely is, isn't it?
because when I came round before, the way into the garden was through the stairs.
Yeah, they've changed it all, haven't they? Because they've
I think it's changing all the time.
well,
It
yeah.
made a nice little room, a nice modern room like the room where you went into bed. It's a slowly developing thing, isn't it?
And it does take time, and it does not
Do you
easy.
know what? That'd be a place to do the rest of the day, really.
Mm.
Look at our money.
Takes an awful lot of money. Takes an awful lot of money just to do this.
Mm.
At least they've dotted toilets around as well. There mightn't be portaloos, but there are
Doesn't matter,
toilets.
that's the thinking about it.
So we're heading back towards the house, and the facade that you see before you was the original house. It's quite beautiful, isn't it? Oh, and it looks like they've got some drinks to greet us. No, seriously, today they've got the auction house Christie's. They're giving a lunch to 50 people as they've just won an award for their gardens. Well done, Wentworth Woodhouse. If you want to get most out of your visit to Wentworth Woodhouse, it might be an idea to take a guided tour of the house with one of their expert guides who delve into the checkered past, and you can learn more about interesting former residents. We've enjoyed a pleasant morning walking around the gardens and house. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and comment, and please subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you again shortly on our next vlog. See you later.